So, obviously, first of all, quick recap of China. We both got Hulkenberg for. Should we do? We should do the sprint first, shouldn't we? The sprint stuff. So, I almost finessed it. I somehow almost finessed sprint qualifying, as Verstappen got second and Piastri got third, but Hamilton got the sprint pole.
Yeah.
So I get 4 points overall for that. You only get 3 because you put Verstappen first. And the AI only gets 2 points overall because it predicted Piastri, Norris, Hamilton in that order. Over in the main sprint, I don't remember where I thought the Mercs were going to come from. So I only get 1 point for Piastri. You get a point for Verstappen and Piastri, wrong order, wrong way round though. And the AI got a point for Verstappen, 2 points for Verstappen, 2 points for Piastri, and no points for Norris, of course. It's at this point where I'm like, yes, my plan has worked. I am not going to win the prediction championship, but we will win the actual championship. It didn't last long. You turn your camera back on just for that.
Yep. Yes, I am.
I don't know why audio is quiet. I need to turn you up a bit. Anyway, qualifying.
How's that?
No, no, because that's going to hurt the audio listeners. The video listeners' audio. I don't know what I'm saying. We both got points for Alex and Hulkenberg in qualifying. I did not get points for Hulkenberg though because it predicted Bortoletto. L. Somehow it cooked on the RB side though because it said Hadjar. I think Sonoda actually got unlucky with his run though, so that's why. Then we both got points for Ocon. We both got points for Gasly. The AI got one rookie correct and none of the others. We all got points for Alonso, of course. We all got points for Russell.
Yep.
We got points for Verstappen, apart from the AI who put Lawson. We both put Leclerc and got that wrong. The AI got a point for Hamilton though, and you got you were the only one to get a point for Piastri.
Yes.
Getting his first pole ever. Then we moved to the race. Oh my god, my predictions crap the bed here. Because like, even if Gasly did not get disqualified, I only gain 1 extra point. Because at the moment I had 3. Oh, I should actually talk about the quali top 3. I somehow managed to get a point for the drive for having the correct 3. I just shifted them. What the hell was that?
I sat down in my chair.
I shifted them incorrectly and obviously don't get the full 2 points for that. You get the full 2 points for Piastri pole, but only a point for going Norris and in second. And then the AI only gets 2 points for going Norris and Piastri in the top 3, but wrong place, obviously. You've got too much faith in Verstappen. I can't believe you'd predict him to be in the top 3 in the 3rd slowest car. How dare you? That's some real internet talk there.
Crazy.
Um,
Crazy. Right.
somehow Bortoletto beat out Hulkenberg in the race. I again had too much faith in science, so only you and the AI get points for Albon. We both had too much faith in Sonoda, although I think it was more too much faith in RB strategy, because only the AI gets a point for Hajar. We both get a point for Ocon. Behrman actually did very well to get points. We got no points for Doohan. The disqualification didn't technically didn't change that because we would have all got points, so it didn't really change. Only the AI gets points for Stroll. It's finessed us again. I don't know if you noticed, but if you go onto the FIA websites, you can download the official championship order that the FIA release themselves. Funny thing, you're only on the leaderboard if you finish a race, and so have a race result.
Yeah.
This means Alonso is technically not on in the championship yet because he retired from both the first two races. None of us get a point for Russell. I jumped on the wrong bandwagon here. We all get a point for Verstappen though. We all get a point for Leclerc, and only you get a point for Piastri.
Yes. Mate.
Hold on. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at these three here, my sprint predictions, and I was thinking, why did I not get a point for Russell? But that's because I put Antonelli in my race top three. I only get a point for having Norris in the top three. You get a point for having Piastri and Norris in your top three, but wrong order. No, hold on. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong stuff. No, right, yeah. You get 2 points for Piastri and Norris in the correct position. And the AI only gets 1 point for having Norris on the podium. So overall, I scored 14 points. We both scored 14 points, actually, and also the quality prediction. The poll time was a 1 minute 30.6. I was 2 seconds off.
Wow. That's
So anyway, across the weekend, that means I scored 19 points. You scored 25, and the AI scored 18. In terms of the championship now, you are on 43 in the lead by 4 points over me on 39, and I am 2 ahead of the AI on 37.
all right.
So,
Yes.
ignoring that disaster of a weekend, Japan. Ignore the weekend points at the bottom. That's just because because I've set it up in a way so that it can give out the points automatically once I put in the results. So the reason you have 37 is because obviously you don't have any predictions yet and there are no results. So your predictions are blank and the results are blank. And so technically you're correct. So that's why you have full points at the moment. Anyway, qualifying P3. I have gone for Russell. The AI has gone for Piastri. Why have I added a third L?
Japan. I'm gonna go with Russell.
You're going Russell as well. See, suddenly you lose 2 points because you've gone Russell. P2. I have gone for Piastri. The AI has gone for Verstappen.
I am gonna go for.
Again, you don't have these prepared, do you?
No. I'm gonna go for Max.
Pole position. I have gone for the one and only Yuki. No, nice. And so is the AI.
I'm gonna go for Norris.
Piastri nowhere in your top 3. So, on to the team prediction then. Sauber. I've gone for Bortoletto. The AI has gone for Hulkenberg.
I'm gonna go for Nico.
I'm trying to score points here to catch up to you, even though 4 points isn't that much, especially with only 2 races done.
Yeah.
But I am kind of regretting Bortoletto now. Someone I'm not going to be regretting though is Albon for Williams. Same with the AI.
I'm gonna go Sainz.
You think he's going to get to grips with that car?
Yeah.
Cool. Next up, we have RB, I think. I've gone for Lawson, and so has the AI.
RB. Lawson.
Have you not seen the news that Red Bull have swapped Yuki and Lawson?
No, I know that. I just I don't think his confidence is gonna be that high after getting kicked out of Red Bull, is it?
Fair enough, but like
Gonna have to.
he's still against the rookie Hadjar. Anyway, next up, Haas. I've gone for Ocon. The AI has gone for Behrman.
I'm gonna go Ocon.
Alpine. I've gone for Gasly.
Gasly.
Triple Gasly. In Aston Martin, I've gone for Alonso. So is the AI.
I'm gonna go for Alonso.
On to the somewhat trickier ones now. Although not so much for me and you, if we want to keep consistent. I keep forgetting we can change. I keep forgetting we can contradict ourselves if we want to try and score extra points. If we want to try and score safe points. Mercedes. I've gone for Russell. Why does every Russell name have 3 L's? Can you not see Russell's name? It has 3 L's.
No, I can't see. Oh, it's very delayed. You only just read Alonso.
Oh wow. Okay. Anyway, your pick. Or did you say Russell?
Yo, yeah. Why no? They have 3 L's.
It's because I wasn't sure whether I'd when I was doing the AI predictions yesterday, I wasn't sure if I had put 1 L in Russell's name sometimes. So I replaced every Russell name with 1 L so that I had 2 L's. But I didn't bother to check if the name already had 2 L's. So some of the names would have 3 L's. Apparently, I didn't replace the 3 L's correctly because obviously it stayed, which was annoying. It's annoying. On to Red Bull, though. I'm not going to say the AI's one because you're saying I'm lagging. I'm only going to say mine. Verstappen. Never mind, the AI has also gone for Verstappen. I thought they'd gone for Tsunoda. I forgot what they chose.
I am gonna go for Max Verstappen.
I honestly think Lawson will outqualify Yuki.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's the car. It's not the driver. I mean, we've known this. I don't want to say we've known this since Albon, but we kind of have.
Yeah.
It's just been more. It's just been getting worse and worse. Like it got better with Perez because Red Bull got better, and then it just got horrendously worse. Even worse than when it was Albon and Gasly driving, which is incredibly shocking. Well, hopefully Yuki proves me wrong though.
I want you to do well.
I saw people saying that Honda wanted to pay Red Bull to get Yuki in, but they weren't. But Red Bull were saying, "Oh, this isn't enough money for it." So then Red Bull secretly sabotaged Lawson so that Honda would go get Yuki in now, and apparently then paid a lot more. I don't believe it. Like, I know Red Bull's scummy, but I don't think they're that scummy. Anyway, Ferrari. I've lost all faith. And I've gone for Hamilton.
I'm gonna go Charles.
Either way, I'll be happy. Although, if we're 9th and 10th, not so much. I was doing this, and I have to go through the previous results. I kind of forgot that the past couple of Japanese Grand Prix haven't been that good for Ferrari. I believe Charles qualified 8th in 2023. And it might have even been 2024 that he qualified 8th. So no hope, and especially after sprint queue and normal qualifying 2 weeks ago. I kind of have no faith anymore. But on to the main team then, McLaren, Norris, for both me and the AI.
Norris.
I was going to say, I think this is the first.
Few all of us have agreed on.
Yeah, the only ones that we haven't is Haas, RB, Williams, and Sauber, the bottom 4 teams. Conveniently, I think I have one of each of those drivers in multiple of my fantasy teams. I have 3. Normally I have 3, but for this season I have 3 for a different reason. Because normally the way I did it was that across all 3 teams, I couldn't have the same driver twice or the same team twice. Actually, I could have the same team twice, but I couldn't have the same driver twice.
Okay.
And the way I'd do it is that the 5 worst drivers from across all 3 teams would be kicked out and replaced by the 5 drivers that I had on the sideline. Obviously, this works to a certain degree. And then I was listening to one of the official F1 podcasts before the beginning of the season, and they had one of the F1 TV presenters saying how they won they won their little fantasy league last season, and they were saying, and I kind of ignored it for the first race. And then I looked back at it in preparation for China, and I was like, you know what? This is a good strategy. I'm going to make a 2nd and 3rd team to test out this strategy. the second team I created using this strategy got 237 points across China. Now, that's a normal good weekend result. Guess what my original strategy that I had for Team One? Guess how many points that got for China?
How many?
I believe it was 108. Let me check. No, 108 is how much I have in the entire season, because in Australia I got -8. It's because I put a ×2 multiplier on Science, who crashed. So I got -38 from that alone. But if you want to create a fantasy team for whatever reason, even though you've got no league to probably be a part of,
I have created one. Yeah.
you have. What points did you get in Australia? And
I haven't checked.
you haven't checked. You just get the same team for Australia and China.
Yep, I did it last year and I haven't put a team out. I haven't checked it since like Italy last year.
Oh yeah, you won't have a team for this year then.
Yep, no.
Anyway, the strat is that you normally go for two high-scoring teams, for example, McLaren, Mercedes, and then you just fill out the 5 drivers with like the lowest cost, but the ones that are going to get you the most points. For example, my team 2, I don't know if you can see it with the lag yet or not. I've got McLaren, Mercedes, and then Albon,
Yeah, I can see.
Hulkenberg, Ocon, and Behrman, and Stroll. I think for China, I had Tsunoda instead of Ocon, but because of the transfer between the Red Bull teams, for whatever reason, they've made it so that Yuki at Red Bull is a completely different driver to Yuki at RB. So if you had Yuki or Lawson in your team, you have to replace them with another driver.
Okay.
I guess it's just to make sure that you don't magically gain 12 extra million because you had Yuki Tsunoda in your team, and now because he's gone to Red Bull, he costs more. So I guess it's to make sure that people don't game the system like that. Either way, Yuki, obviously I have to kick him out, and the highest, the most expensive good driver that was left was Ocon. This does mean that you're not allowed, I say not allowed, you don't have the budget for any of the high drivers like the McLarens, the Ferraris, the Mercs, or whatever. Which is why my team 1 is so bad. Because the way I should have it is that Racing Bull should be a completely different team. It should be Ferrari or Mercedes, or McLaren, sorry. I've already got Mercedes. Because obviously for the teams, you get the points that your drivers get. And for McLaren, that is an absolute must-have. At the moment, I can't afford McLaren. And because I had Tsunoda in my team 1, I only have 1 free transfer left. And as you may be able to see, you can see why I didn't perform so well in China. I had Leclerc, who got disqualified, on a ×2. I had Gasly, who got disqualified. And I had Racing Bulls and Tsunoda, who dropped so far, they might as well have been disqualified as well. So that was fun. The only redeeming quality I had was Behrman, Albon, and Mercedes. So yeah, what my plan is now is to just build across the next couple of races, build up enough money or something to replace Racing Bulls with Ferrari so that I have two top teams. But at the moment, for this weekend, my plan is I will wait till after FP3. If Charles has topped a practice session, he is staying in the team, and I am replacing Racing Bulls with Williams because I have the budget for that. But if I don't, I am replacing Charles with Norris. So it's either Charles and Racing Bulls, but it's Charles and Williams or Norris and Racing Bulls. Whichever two I think are going to be better for me this weekend.
You know what's going to happen? He's going to do well in practice and then do terrible in the race, or he's going to do terribly in practice and then do well in the race.
I know, but it's Ferrari, so I legit said to a few of my course mates after I showed them how fucked my team was over China, that I might have to start considering kicking Charles out of my team, even though I've called it Delusional Charles Fan. Have you seen my name? Is the font too small to see the team names?
No, I can see him.
Delusional Charles Fan. 26 is Ferrari's year. That's my favorite one. And then Lord Percival for the win. I don't know if you know that joke.
No.
Charles and Carlos a couple years back were doing name. Were saying their full name, and one of Charles.
Yeah, Charles. Yeah.
One of Charles's middle names is Percival, and so everyone after that just started calling him Lord Percival. So yeah, I was saying I might need to kick out Charles from my team to actually start scoring points. But if I do that, it's blasphemy and treason. So it's either commit treason and score points, or don't commit treason and score no points. But once I get enough money to replace Racing Bull, that second team, with Ferrari, then I will say that's not treason if I then replace Charles with someone else in order to get that done, because I've still got a Ferrari in the team. And I also think it'd be nice to have Mercedes in two teams, McLaren in two teams, and then Ferrari in two teams. And also note how I've made it that if I've got any drivers in the same team, if I've got any drivers that are in multiple teams, they're in the exact same spot. I think I have OCD. I don't know. Anyway, should we talk about our race predictions?
Sure.
I have gone for Verstappen in P3.
I'm gonna go for Oscar in P3.
And I'm also gonna just let the
Yeah, well, you got so loud for no reason. You just suddenly got louder.
How did I get louder?
I don't know. You're louder now.
Oh, okay. Anyway, if I'm still lagging, I'm just gonna let the lag tell you what the AI put.
Alright. Well, I can't see it at the moment, so.
We're gonna complete the whole thing, and then you're just gonna see them. Like, we're gonna get to McLaren, and you're still not seeing who the AI has put for P3. Anyway, for P2, I've gone for Piastri.
P2, who did I go for? PSG. I'm gonna go for Max.
Interesting. And in P1, I have gone for the McLaren 1-2 Norris.
I'm going for Norris.
You've gone for the McLaren double podium as well. I need points. I am getting those points, okay? Because, I mean, it's almost a guarantee that McLaren get a double podium. So as long as you put both of them on there, you should be able to get at least 1 point for both of them. Hopefully 2 if you get the correct winner. Anyway, on to Sauber. I've been brought back to my senses because I put Hulkenberg.
No, Nico.
Williams, however, I finally decided to make a change from my previous race predictions, and I've gone for Albon.
I'm gonna go for Albon.
Ooh. You think Sainz is going to do well in quali but drop in the race?
Mm-hmm.
For RB, I have gone for Lawson.
I am gonna go for Hadjar.
You do remember that Lawson's driven this circuit before and Hadjar hasn't?
Yeah.
Okay. Haas, I've gone for Ocon.
Ocon.
Alpine, I've gone for Gasly.
Gasly.
Also, when you start seeing the AI predictions, you can comment on them.
Bortoletto, Sainz, Lawson, Behrman, Doohan.
I also hate how the fact that the top 3 for me is the same as the AI, which is annoying because I did mine after the AI. I inputted the AI as like, I want to go different, but those are some good predictions. They might be cooking there. Anyway, Aston Martin. I think I've been bamboozled. No, I haven't. I've gone for Alonso.
I'm go for Alonso.
I believe I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny if I do actually go Stroll? But it will be the one time I go Stroll this season that Alonso actually beats him. So it would just be funny if Alonso just goes on a streak of just retiring. I don't
If he doesn't finish this season.
Not a single race. Have they done the forecast for Japan yet? Let me check. I don't think they have.
Wet.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, it's unlikely that it's gonna that McLaren. Oh, it's raining on Sunday. Chance of rain 80%. I'll keep an eye on that. I was going to say it's unlikely that the Aston engine will just fail every race. So if Alonso is going to have a streak of retirements, it's going to have to include rain. And then again, the old guys like Alonso, Max, Lewis should be fine in the rain.
Should.
Well, I mean, Alonso was fine. It was just apparently gravel. I've looked at the replays a couple of times. I don't really see Gasly kicking up gravel in front of him, but I guess he did something. At least he didn't complain about it like Russell did. Speaking of Mercedes, I've gone for Russell.
George.
Red Bull, I've gone for Verstappen.
Max. Hello?
No reaction?
Okay.
I was waiting for it.
He's gonna bloody do that as well.
The annoying thing with the AI is how I've done it. and I've already explained it, but Tsunoda's beaten his teammate in like 4 of the last 5 races. So Verstappen versus Tsunoda is pretty much 50. It's almost 50-50 in terms of who it's going to be, according to the AI.
Makes perfect sense.
I need to work on it for next year, but I'm going to keep the same model for the whole of this year because it kind of makes no sense for it to change in the middle of the year. So it's just going to keep the same thing throughout the whole year. Speaking of Ferrari, I am not keeping it the same the whole year. Hamilton.
Charles.
I'm so glad Charles didn't win win China. A disqualification from 5th is so much better than from 1st. McLaren. I've gone for Norris.
I am going for Norris.
We've gone for pretty similar results here. I'm not going to catch you up this weekend if it's like this. But there is.
Ah, no, we need a random one.
Yeah, there is one way I can catch up, and it's called the random prediction. Let's see what it rolls this time.
Whoa.
Number 15. Lapped drivers.
Okay.
Now, if it's.
I haven't ever seen lap drivers that often anymore.
Yeah, we only got them in Australia. I don't believe we got them in China.
I'm gonna say.
Oh no, we got 3 in China.
Let's say 2.
Then we got obviously none in Australia because we had the safety car. Abu Dhabi last year had 6.
Damn.
Qatar had a safety car, so only 1 with Albon. Did Albon retire? I don't remember Albon being lapped. We had a safety car really late in Qatar. I don't remember Albon being lapped. In Vegas, we only got 2 lapped drivers.
Did we?
Yeah. Ocon and Bottas. And then Brazil was wet and safety cars, so none. So lapped drivers, copy that over. Random prediction, you said 2.
Yes.
I am very quickly going to check Japan last year. We had 8.
8.
Yep. That's with 3 DNFs as well. But it also was a race where the McLaren, the Red Bulls, won the race by 20 seconds. Hold on, no. Ferrari actually did well. Huh. It must have been 23 that we didn't do well. Do you wish to change your prediction based on that?
No.
Okay. The AI is going to pick from 1 to 8. 8 sounds fair. Because that's how many was last year. Any objections?
Nah.
It chose 1. The AI had objections to it. Now, it doesn't matter if I go 3 because it's not whoever's closest, it's whoever's bang on. So, I'm going 4. And now none of us have any points. I look forward to you. What the hell is that? You just made me go
Hit
deaf.
my headset on the door frame.
I look forward to Sunday where I input all the results again and realise that you've outscored me by another 6 points again, and you continue to dominate the championship. You will make a mistake in the predictions one day, and I will catch up. Anyway, something that I do also want to point out, after the championships have updated, I had a look at this, because obviously I first inputted all of it before the disqualifications came through. So the original points, I believe, for the drivers anyway, I don't remember the teams. The teams wasn't important because I didn't lose that many points in the teams. In fact, I didn't lose any points because the point I lost for Ferrari dropping down a position, I gained in Williams moving up a position or something somehow. I don't know. Either way, if I zoom in a little bit to 150%, you should be able to see that clearly.
A little bit more. Right, it's still on 100 from here. Sorry, 1 second.
Doesn't matter, I'm going in a little bit more for you.
Right.
Let me know when it's updated.
Nope, now it has. I can see that quite easily.
Too bad. I went from 150 and increased it a little bit.
Just a little.
So yeah, as you can see, I am now doing the worst in both championships. I am on 31 for the Drivers' Championship. You're on 46, the AI on 40. Do you want to know how many points I had before the 3 disqualifications?
How many?
I had 41. Lewis and Charles losing their P5 and P6 and dropping 5 positions down the order or something. I don't know how many positions they dropped. Cost me 10 points.
Wow.
I believe you were on 51 and I think the AI was on 50.
Okay, so actually that's good for me.
No, I dropped the most. I don't think the AI was on 50. I think it was. I know I dropped the most, losing 10 points. The AI didn't lose 10 points as well. It lost somewhere in between 10 and 5. But at least the teams constructors the teams championship isn't as bad. Compared to Australia, I only lose 1 point. Because in Australia, if I remember correctly, I was on 16. So were you, but you're now on 18. And the AI has stolen my point and is now on 16 instead of 15 like it was. So maybe I should bring in a new model for the AI and get it to sabotage itself. But yeah, I think that's it for predictions. I can't think of anything else.
I can't.
So yeah, that's it for the video. Any last remarks? Any goodbyes you want to say?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
A bit blunt there. Okay. Bye.